welcome to Petco Park for the rubber game of this three-game series between the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. Welcome into the broadcast booth. One more day off for mud. It's Mark Neely and Tony Gwynn. And Tony, last year in the 99 loss season, the Padres found ways to lose the tight game. This year they're finding ways to win those close games.
No question about it. I mean, last year they were 16 and 28 in one-run games, and you see this year they're 20 and 16, and that's that youth. They're gaining experience. They're starting to realize that, you know what, as long as their pitch has been good and they can keep the game close, they're finding ways to win. Last night's win wasn't the most beautiful win, but, you know, the bottom line is, at the end of the day, they got another W.
They face a 15-game winner today in Jason Marquis, who's in his 10th Major League season. Every team he's been with has made the postseason.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, I never would have thought that he would be this dominating like he's been, especially against the Padres. 2-0 with an ERA of 0.56. He's got 15 wins. You see he's 2 wins away from their team record, and he's going to get a few more opportunities of it. And if the Padres are going to win this series, you're going to have to figure out a way to try to get some offense going against Marquis, because he's been outstanding against the Pats.
Here is the Union Tribune pitching matchup for this afternoon. It is Jason Marquis going for Colorado. He won 15 games for St. Louis in 2004, so he is going for a career-high 16th today. And Clay Richard is 3-0 with a 1.88 ERA in his 4 starts here at Petco Park. And that's today's Union Tribune pitching matchup, brought to you by the San Diego Union Tribune. More than 1 million readers every week, here to stay. The rubber game of a 3-game series between the Rockies and Padres, and the first pitch is straight ahead. Between the Rockies and Padres. Quick look at the lineup for Jim Tracy's Rockies. Has Fowler leading off in center field, Smith in left, then Helton, Tulowitzki batting cleanup, then Atkins, Spilborghs, Torre Alba has been a nemesis in this series, then Barmes and Marquis pitching. And we are ready to go. First pitch from Clayton Richard outside, and we are underway. 75 degrees at game time. And Fowler hits it hard and deep down the left field side, and it hooks just enough to go foul. Switch hitting Fowler naturally a right-handed hitter and took up switch hitting at the suggestion of their farm director, Bill Guyvette.
Yeah, most switch hitters right-handed. Most of them are right-handed and usually have a little bit more power from the right side.
There's a .316 average from this side of the plate. .249 left-handed, and you see .269 overall. Check swing on the pitch up high, and the appeal down to first to Phil Cuzzy. 3-2 count. In the air right side, Eck going out. Venable coming in and makes the catch, and that's the way this game begins. Fowler flies to right. Clayton Richard making his 9th Padres start.
You see the numbers, 4-2. ERA is a little high, but overall, I think he's thrown well. His last start against the Giants the other night, gave up 6 runs in 4 innings. And the key with him, he's got to keep the ball down. Good movement, fastball, slider.
First pitch strike to Seth Smith. Richard's numbers have been much better here at home at Petco Park. Right at Eck. Smith grounds out, 2 away. Padre defense on this Sunday features Macias, Gwynn, and Venable in the outfield. Henley getting the start at third again for the injured Kuzminov, with Cabrera, Eckstein, and Adrian. And Hundley catching. And Drew Macias getting the start in left field. A first pitch strike to first baseman Todd Helton. Marines are in force here today, being that it's a Sunday home game, and Padres in their camouflage uniforms.
Yeah, I did some homework today on the notes and was checking out their record with the camouflage uniforms on.
That's up the middle, long way for Eck to go. He's able to get to the ball, but an infield hit for Todd Helton. Playing him to pull the ball to the right side was Eck. Able to cut off that slow roller, but a base hit for Helton.
Yeah, nothing he could do. Good pitch by Richard, got in on him, and Helton just bounces it up the middle. And all Eck could do is run that ball down. Helton gets an infield. I guess that's considered an infield hit.
I was thinking about that after saying that. He didn't have to go to the outfield to get it, but for me that's an infield hit.
Yeah, me too.
An infielder fielded it. Shortstop Troy Tulowitzki hit his team-leading home run last night in the 6th inning, his 25th. That ball gets past Hundley and down to second was Todd Helton. And that is a pass ball charged to Nick.
I think this ball kind of handcuffed Nick a little bit. It's down. And it's a ball that he tried to smother, and instead it goes off his glove and behind him, and Helton's able to pick up 90 feet.
Strike at the knees, 2-1.
So I was saying earlier, the Padres in the camouflage uniforms are 4-7. And they're 31-25 in the white jerseys, and you would think, and I know camouflage, it's it's their honor to the military.
Even a miss by Tulowitzki.
And you see they have the camouflage, and those guys don't wear they paid their dues already. Get to wear the nice hats.
Enjoying a ball game on a Sunday afternoon at Petco Park.
It's awesome that they get to come out here every Sunday, I think. Get a day off from boot camp and come out and sit and watch a baseball game.
High low to Tulowitzki. You know what was really cool about 15 minutes ago, just prior to the game, there were 13 members of San Diego Chapter 3 of the Pearl Harbor survivors that were here.
Yeah.
13 members of Pearl Harbor survivors.
And they got a standing ovation. It was awesome. It gave you goosebumps.
3-2 to Tulowitzki. Ripped foul. Skipping into the seats. Besides the home run last night, Tulowitzki had a 10th inning single. Rockies, after tying the game of the night, put 2 on with 2 outs in the 10th. And Sean Gallagher got out of it. Padres won it in the bottom half. There is ball 4 though to Tulowitzki. Well, they got a 2-out something going here in the first today.
This is definitely one of those games where you don't want Marquis to get off to an early lead. You'd love to get out of this inning and give your offense a chance to give you something to work with, because thus far in the first 2 times against Marquis, they just haven't been able to generate very much at all.
Strike 1 to Garrett Atkins. The left-handed starting pitcher for the Padres, Jim Tracy, going with a lot of the right-handed sticks. The guy that's had the stick, the lethal one, has been Torey Alba. He has been murder with runners in scoring position. 14 for his last 19 with runners in scoring position. He's done it each of the first 2 games of this series. The game winner in the 9th Saturday and the game tire in the 9th yesterday. It bounces off. And the runners advance again. This will be the second pass ball of the inning.
And it's a slider, and that ball hits him right in the palm. I mean, almost in the wrist. You're going to have to get Nick the old knuckleball catcher's glove.
The oversized one?
Yep.
Just missing near the outside corner. 2-2. Atkins getting the start at third base. Wave and a miss. He strikes out. And Richard gets out of it. The 2-out infield hit, the walk to Tulowitzki. Rockies strand 2, and the Padres are coming up. Bottom of the first inning, and Bud Black's Padres lineup is brought to you by the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Cabrera leading off, then Eck, who has good career numbers against Marquis. Adrian Headley batting cleanup. Venable, Macias in left, Hundley catching with Gwynn batting 8th, and the pitcher Richard. Ever takes a strike from the hurler Jason Marquis.
Yeah, making his 29th start of the season. 15-10, and the numbers are really good. And he's a guy that's not really overpowering. He's going to change speeds. Fastball's going to be anywhere from 86 to 94. I mean, he changes speeds on the fastball. Good slider, good changeup. And as you saw right there, he'll mix in a backdoor breaking ball. Just knows how to pitch.
3.65 ERA overall. Better numbers during the day. A 3.09 earned run average day baseball this year. And it's 15 wins, third best in the National League. Did he hold up? He did, and it's a 1-2 count. Three for 8 so far in this series for Cabrera.
The Padres have done all their damage in this series in the first inning, really.
In on him, and Everett strikes out. Look at the Rockies lineup defensively, brought to you by SD Storage, where $1 moves you in. Go to SDStorage.com to find a store near you today. Tulowitzki, second best fielding percentage at short in the National League. And Ryan Spilborgh's getting the start in right field today. He's had a couple of pinch hit appearances, but his first start of the series. That's how deep this Rockies team is right now.
Yeah,
Spilborgh's getting his first start of the series.
Just going to say that exact same thing. I mean, Jim Tracy's done a great job moving people around, giving them an opportunity to stay sharp.
And Eck takes it into right. Spilborgh's, the way he was charging like that, I thought he had an idea of throwing to first there, but it's a base hit for Eck with one out.
I think Eck thought the same thing. He didn't make a turn around first. He ran straight through the bag. Right fielders like to play him shallow, and he knew he had to hurry up and get down this line. Spilborgh's charging it like he was going to make a play. And watch Eck, he doesn't make a turn. He goes straight through the bag.
A one-out single brings up Adrian Gonzalez. All one is down and in. 2 hits last night for Adrian, 2 of the 5 San Diego hits. Picked up an RBI, his 86th. Off the plate outside, 2-0. The Padres scored a run in the first Friday against the Rockies in the opener of the series. Scored 2 in the first yesterday. This one towards the middle, the flip, and a double play. Barmes to Tulowitzki. Barmes just flipping it straight out of the mitt with no exchange. And 4-6-3 ends the Padres' first. Barmes to Tulowitzki to Helton. No score. To the top of the second inning, no score. Rockies and Padres, and Ryan Spilborghs, the right fielder for Colorado, leads off. First pitch swinging, strike one. Clayton Richard, normally in that rhythm of his, likes to get it and go. Quick worker.
Announcer's best friend.
I would think the defenders like that too,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, defenders love that.
But you're right, announcers love it.
Oh, yeah.
2 balls and a strike to Spilborghs.
It doesn't seem to have that feel, at least here early in the game. You're right. Clayton Richard usually is a guy that works pretty quickly and is usually right around the plate.
3-2 to Spilborghs. 6, 7, and 8 part of the order up here for Colorado. High drive, center field, and Tony shading his eyes. Does not have to move far to make the catch. Maybe one step in. Here is Torey Alba. And the big base clearing hit in the 9th inning on Friday night, and then in the 9th last night. Seemed like he was expecting that first pitch breaking ball from Heath Bell.
He was right on it. It was not that bad a pitch. It was down, and he just hit it in the right spot, bounced it right back up the middle.
I'll tip on that breaking ball, 0-2.
Not like Torey Alba hadn't been around for a while. He's been around, big league game for a while. And, you hit a fastball to drive in, 3 runs the night before. It's not that hard to figure, hey, I might sit on a breaking ball.
Heck was cheating up the middle, gobbles that up. 2 gone. First 2 outs of the inning here, Tony. We've seen the spray chart, so to speak, come into play. Junior out in center really didn't have to move, and here's Eck cheating up the middle, only had to go a couple of steps.
Eck was there last night on the ball Torey Alba hit, except the ball last night went directly over the mound and
had a little more giddy up.
It had a little more giddy up on it, and he dove for it, just couldn't get to it.
Armas showing bunt. Takes strike 1 on the outside half. Armas with career highs in homers and runs batted in. Spikes that in the dirt, a ball and 2 strikes. Two outs, nobody on in the Colorado second. Second strikeout for Richard. He sets down Colorado in order.
Be there as we show our appreciation for you, the Friar Faithful, on Saturday, October 3rd at 7:05 when we take on the Giants, and get a Padres calendar.
Get your free Padres calendar presented by Golden State Graphics Saturday, October 3rd at 7:05. Towards Point Loma on this Sunday afternoon. Back inside Petco. Home half of the second. Scoreless game, and Marquis throws a first pitch strike to Chase Headley. Chase knocked in a run last night with a first inning sacrifice fly. His 53rd run batted in. Popped up left side, shallow left. Seth Smith now racing in, but will get to the spot and make the catch. Leadoff man gone. And Marquis 2-0 in 2 starts against the Padres this year. When he made his first start against San Diego this season was Friday, May 29th. The significance of that game is that was Jim Tracy's first game as manager. The Padres were 24-23 at the time, a game over 500. The Rockies were 18-28, 14.5 games back. And I remember saying at the time that Marquis, every team he had pitched for in his career, Atlanta, the Cardinals, and had been the Cubs the last 2 years, had made the postseason. And saying, well, unless he gets traded this year, that streak's probably going to end. Well, probably going to eat those words. And that's hit deep to left field off the bat of Venable. Smith spinning on the track, and it gets out. Will going the opposite way for his 11th of the year and gives San Diego a 1-0 lead.
Will Venable showing his power the other way. Marquis got a ball up and out over the plate, and he didn't try to pull it. He went right with it. And Seth Smith went as far as he could go, and it got into that first row.
Third RBI for Will. Well, the Padres do as they have done each game of this series with the Rockies, and that is score first. On the ground right to the second baseman, Barmes throws out Macias. Venable's home run, it's the first home run that Colorado pitching has allowed in a few games. They had not allowed any in their last 3 games. Scott Rowland hit one in the 9th inning 4 days ago on the 9th for the Reds against Colorado, but they had not given up a long ball until that one from Venable. And that's just the 13th home run that Marquis has allowed on the season.
Well, we talked about it yesterday in yesterday's game. The Rockies pitching here during this last run here of like 11, 12 games has been tremendous. And even the first 2 games in this series where it looked like in the first game De La Rosa was in first inning trouble. Looked like he was going to give up a few runs, only gave up 1. And even last night, Ismael Rogers, in his first major league start, gave up a couple of runs, but he settled in. And so the Padres have been able to score first in this series, but it hadn't been the big cricket number inning where you're putting 3-4 runs on the board. They've only been able to put 1 or 2 runs on the board. So
it's just the second run the Padres have scored off Marquis this season in his 17+ innings against them. It's a strikeout of Hundley to win the inning. With the 1-out solo shot from Will Venable, taking it the opposite way. His 11th of the year. And after 2, 1-0. High Definition is brought to you by Irving Hughes. Life is a lease. Negotiate well. Look towards Coronado of the bridge, and we head to the top of the third inning. 1-0 Padres on a Venable home run, and Jason Marquis, a very fine hitter in his own right. The Rockies pitcher leads off.
No kidding there. His career numbers is 205, but you see the 5 home runs and 48 ribbies.
Waves and misses and strikes out. Third K for Clay Richard. Well, look at the standings presented by Firestone, a tradition of innovation. Look at the West standings with the Rockies 3 back of the Dodgers, but they're 5.5 up on the Giants and Marlins in the wild card. And with all the success the wild card has had in the postseason, all you got to do is get in.
Yep.
And you got a shot.
You know, they never say that. They'll always say, hey, we want to win a division. Our focus is on trying to catch the Dodgers, but you know what? The bottom line is getting in.
Bunt by Fowler in the air, and Adrian charges and makes the catch. Two outs.
Fowler had the right idea, looking to try to push a ball.
Bases will be empty for Seth Smith. The old cliche, if the season ended today, which it's not, and we're not all that far away, 3 weeks, Rockies would be playing the Cardinals in the first round, which means a matchup with former teammate Matt Holliday. It was such a big part of their run 2 years ago to the World Series.
Yeah. That would be an interesting series. Yeah, Dodgers-Philly would be interesting, too.
Now, you can really look at all 4 teams and make an argument for any of the 4.
Yeah.
In fact, the one that I'm having the most problem making an argument for is probably the Dodgers, because since the All-Star break, they've been a 500 team.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think I totally agree with that. To me, St. Louis is the most balanced team.
And it probably played the best since the All-Star break. The Phillies, though, are the defending champs. The ball hit towards the middle by Smith. Tough play, jump throw. Not able to get it there in time. A bit offline with Adrian stretching down the line. And Seth Smith has an infield hit.
Well, at that time, playing Seth Smith the pull, went a long way for that ball. And tried to get enough on the throw, and if he was a little bit more accurate, he might have had a chance to get him. But usually in the major leagues, when you have to range that far, usually somebody's going to end up with a base hit.
And it got him picked off. Richard with that great move. Now chasing it back towards first. Richard tags him out. Well, Smith never moved when the throw went behind him. 1-3-6-1, and then quickly erases Smith and ends the Colorado third inning. 8-9-1 for the Padres in the third, and ball one is outside to Tony Gwynn. Junior, then Richard and Cabrera in the San Diego half. 1-0 Padres on the homer by Venable, right side. Marquis can't get it. The flip, not in time. Well, Barmes knew he did not have time for the exchange and just made the direct flip out of the glove. And Tony has an infield hit.
Well, it looked like Marquise was going to be able to come up with that on the short hop, but once it got by him, Barmes was going to have a tough play. And he tries to flip it with the glove. Helton with a nice scoop trying to sell it like he did last night.
And Richard can move him over here. Play without a sac bunt as a Padre. He has a sacrifice fly for an RBI, but no sac bunts.
Atkins is close at third. Helton's charging hard from first.
He gets the bunt down, and Helton to Barmes. And there is Clay Richards' first sac bunt. Moving Tony down to second.
Good execution right there.
Top of the order, and Cabrera, who fanned in the first. Atkins in on the grass at third. All one low. May even a miss at that one to take it to a ball and a strike.
Marquis struck out Cabrera the first time at the plate with that slider or cutter, whatever that little pitch running in on Cabrera's hands. Early in the count, he was working him away, and late in the count, he challenged him in. It looks like that's what he's going to do again.
It tails off the outside park.
Well, Marquis kind of lulls you to sleep. He's real deliberate with his motion, and will mix the fastball, cutter, slider, and change.
Three balls and a strike. Takes it full. Working Everett the way on that last pitch.
Well, I mean, it was a fastball that was had a little tail on it. I think Everett tried to hook that ball. And again, that's the residue of those cutters inside. Gets you conscious of that ball in.
He fans Cabrera for a second time in the third K for Marquis. Well, our Coors Light freeze cam. Let's go to the top of the inning. Number one, Tony, how close is that to straddling the line of being a balk? And also, he's got Smith on the wrong foot.
I think he's all right with the line. The thing that got Smith was right when he lifted his leg. He turned his head towards the plate, and that's when he thought he was going home, and he took 2 steps back to first and then was ready to bounce off and got fooled by the head turn, and Richard picked him off. Watch his head. As soon as his head turns to go home, he was frozen. He was going away from first base, and that when he lifted his leg and stepped to first base, he was in perfect line.
Outside to Eck, a ball and a strike. Eck with the top numbers on the club with runners in scoring position. Single to right off Marquis in the first.
Look on Eck's face. I'm not sure. I don't think he agreed with that last call.
Moves back from that one inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, that's what Marquis will do. He'll work both halves of the plate. Get you thinking about one side and then come to the other. He got a base hit to right his first time up.
2-2. And Eck protecting, fouls it back.
And that was that swing of not knowing for sure after that last called strike on the outside corner. He wasn't going to take a chance and, not get a chance to at least swing the bat in that situation. Now check out this pitch. This ball is going to be off the plate, but that called second strike will put a little bit of doubt in next time's mind. Hey, that ball, he might call that a strike, so he went ahead and, tried to take a swing at it. And sometimes that's what you have to do. Sometimes you have to go a little bit out of the strike zone because you want to give yourself a chance to drive in that run.
Right side, and Helton. Underhand toss to Marquis, who wins the race to the back. Leadoff hit by Tony. He is stranded. First man left on by San Diego this afternoon.
Hey kids, be at Petco Park for the final game of the regular season when we play the Giants on Sunday, October 4th at 1:05 and get your free Padres school set.
All kids 14 and younger receive a free Padres school set presented by Scholars Share College Savings Plan managed by Fidelity Investments. And get your tickets today online at Padres.com. 3, 4, and 5 part of the order for Colorado. First baseman Todd Helton. Ball and a strike. Helton singled up the middle. First time up, slow roller that was fielded by Eck. Todd Helton, third in the National League in hitting. For a guy who had the back problems last year, had the offseason back surgery. Ooh. Oh, look out. It has been a nice comeback season for Todd Helton, who had time to bail out.
That one just got away. And Hilton already been hit once in this series on Friday. And he's just a good hitter. Smart hitter. Uses the whole field. Doesn't run like he used to, but still able to put that bat on the ball.
Off the outside corner and a leadoff walk to Helton. Here's today's Aflac trivia question. Aflac! Which Colorado Rocky threw a no-hitter in the 1991 Little League World Series? We just had the kids from Parkview Little League of Chula Vista here last night. Down in the dirt to Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki walked in his first plate appearance. Two and 0.
Here's one guy, Tulowitzki, you just really got to be careful with here with this 2-0 pitch.
He usually squares a ball up. He hits it hard. He may hit it foul. But rarely do you see him just trickle one somewhere.
Yeah, just especially when he's ahead in the camp. And there, 2-0, didn't look like he was going to take one.
Richard getting into some trouble here, and he walks Tulowitzki on 4 straight, and the Rockies have 2 on, nobody out, thanks to a couple of walks. That's going to bring out Darren Balsley, and that's part of the problems with Clay at times when he has gotten into some problems is the command issues.
He's got such good movement on his fastball. A lot of times you would think that Hundley would set up right in the middle of the plate and let his ball work either way. You think sometimes with you lose Helton on on a ball 4 and then the succession of right-hand hitters coming up to the plate that maybe trying to do a little bit too much, trying to overthrow a little bit. And Balsley comes out and tells him, hey, let's trust your stuff.
2 aboard for Garrett Atkins, the third baseman, who's up there hacking and drills it to the alley in right center field. Helton will score the tying run. Tulowitzki, the go-ahead run, will race in. Atkins on his way to third. The throw there is not in time. Garrett Atkins with a 2-run triple gives the Rockies the lead. First triple of the season for Garrett Atkins.
Well, Atkins didn't waste any time. He jumped on the first fastball he saw and took it to the 400 sign in right center.
'44th and 45th RBIs for Atkins. Just his 7th career major league triple. Deep short's going to chase in another run. Spilborghs brings in Atkins with the 3rd run of the inning. The 2 walks to begin the inning have come back to haunt Clay Richard. Torrealba's 0 for 1 today. 3 hits in the series, though, and 2 of those the big hits for the Rockies. The one in the 9th Friday, one in the 9th to tie it last night. Torrealba grounded out to Eckstein his first time.
Well, if you're the Rockies, this is what you wanted. Now you got the lead, and you got one of your better guys on the mound, and he's had nothing but success against the Pods, and the Pods are going to have to figure out a way to put some runs on the board. And they just hadn't been able to put anything together. The home run by Venerable was.
Strike out to Torrealba.
Was kind of like the quick way to score against him. They still got plenty of time, but they're going to have to try to figure out a way to get something going against Marquis.
Well, with the Rockies taking the lead of the 4th, you look back at this series, how little the Rockies have led in this series. They got the 4 in the 9th on Friday and led going to the bottom of the 9th, but that's been it.
Yeah.
Until this 3-run 4th.
Well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe having the lead will be good for the Pods, and hopefully they can, generate something later in the game to come back and win this game.
Barmes waves and misses, and Richard does rebound after the 3 runs. He fans Torrealba and Barmes, but the Rockies do get 3 on only 1 hit in the 4th. Our Salute to Soldiers Sunday is presented by the San Diego Imperial County Red Cross Chapter and its Services to Armed Forces program. For more information, visit sdarc.org. The 1st Recruit Training Company Battalion Bravo Company, Marines and DIs here today. Bottom of the 4th inning, now a 3-1 Colorado lead, and leading off, Adrian Gonzalez. Rolled into a 4-6-3 double play his first time up. Good hack there, fouled straight back.
Marquis got that ball up.
Henry did start the day with a .331 average for day games, 7th best in the National League. You always like hitting a little better in the daytime, right?
I was more of a night guy, honestly.
You just didn't like the twilight time,
yeah,
is that right?
Yeah.
Down low.
Yeah, day games. Yeah, I think it might have been different in a ballpark like this, but so we played more night games, so you kind of get comfortable at night.
Ripped to first, snagged by Helton. Ball was almost past him, and he reached across and grabs the first out. He hit that ball well, though.
Torrealba wanted that ball to be more in. Adrian showed you what happens a lot of times when you don't get this ball in enough. And that's out over the plate. Boy, he's right on that.
Giants out to an early 2-0 lead on the Dodgers in the 3rd inning today in San Francisco. Chase takes it in the air to left field. Smith, though, back to front part of the warning track to make the catch just before the track. Round number 2. Let's answer the Aflac trivia question. Aflac! Which Colorado Rocky threw a no-hitter in the 1991 Little League World Series? And the answer is on the hill today. Jason Marquis. Played for the South Shore Little League team that finished 2nd in the U.S. and 3rd in the world. His team lost to California in the U.S. final, with Marquis playing shortstop. He had pitched the previous game, so he wasn't eligible to pitch the game against California. He led his team to a victory over Canada in the 3rd place game, throwing a no-hitter. In 2004, when Marquis faced Veritek in the World Series, Marquis with St. Louis, Veritek with Boston, it was the first time that 2 players that had played in the Little League World Series had faced each other as pitcher and batter in the World Series.
Wow. See, you learn something every day.
That's why we have the Aflac trivia question.
I had no idea. That's awesome.
How fun was it having the Parkview kids here yesterday? That's hit high and deep, a foul. That may get up by the Marines. It does.
Yeah, they had a great time.
Souvenir for the Marines.
How about that?
You got to get into one to get it up there.
Well, not only you get some Skittles and some water, you get some Major League Baseball.
Dexter Fowler, 6 in a row retired by Marquis. Got himself some snacks and a souvenir baseball. Congratulations, soldier. Mid-game recap is brought to you by Murray Lampert Construction. Need to remodel your home? There's only one company to call, the one that does a lot of our remodeling, Murray Lampert Construction. Log on to murraylampert.com. Marquis leading off. Strike on the inside part, 2-1. Padres scored first in the second on a Venables solo shot. Rockies scored 3, needing only 1 hit in the fourth. 2 walks and then a triple from Atkins, who scored on a ground out by Spilborghs. Richard looking to put a 0 up here in the 5th. Now has fanned the last 3 Rockies hitters in a row and 6 on the day.
After giving up the 3 runs, it seems to me like he's kind of got his rhythm back again. Able to throw his pitches in rhythm. Good change up there. Fastball worked both ways, cuts it, turns it over. Another change.
Quickly 0-2 on Fowler. One and two on Fowler with 1 out in the Colorado 5th. Fowler steps back in, the switch hitter batting right-handed. Fowler led off the game and fly to right. Then in the 3rd, trying to bunt, popped out to the first baseman Adrian Gonzalez. Ooh. 4 consecutive strikeouts now for Clayton Richard.
Boy, that was a good cutter. Throwing him starting him off with a couple of change-ups and a fastball away. And look at that cutter. Late break right underneath his hands. Fowler wasn't going to be able to do very much with that.
So Smith takes a strike. It's an interesting matchup. You've got Clayton Richard, who was a backup quarterback at Michigan to Chad Henne, and Seth Smith, who was the backup quarterback at Ole Miss to Eli Manning. Both playing Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Probably not telling too many football stories.
No. Out of play left side.
And Seth Smith backing up Eli Manning. When you're the backup in college, do you run the scout team?
Wave and a miss. Yeah, you get some work. 8 strikeouts for Clay Richard, who cased the side of the Left fielder Drew Macias to face Marquis. Marquis gotten in a groove of his own, retiring 6 in a row. Each team with 3 hits. Drew in the second grounded out.
Well, he gave up the home run. That's the only action.
Inside 2-0.
If you're going to beat him, you're going to have to put some stuff together against him. He just does a great job of just changing speeds, working both halves of the plate. 2-0, didn't leave a ball in the middle of the plate, worked it on the outer edge.
Broken bat, and that'll drop into right center field. Leadoff single for Macias. He'll sacrifice the lumber for a base knock. Hit number 4 for San Diego.
Well, that barrel went flying into the Padre dugout. Football running away from Macias. He hits it right off the end. That barrel went flying into the dugout. Buddy Black dodging that bat coming in there.
Only a strikeout in the second. All 1 low. It's an interesting dynamic to watch Nick and Chase Headley, who are very good friends off the field. Nick, whose dad is a defensive football coach for UCLA. And Chase, who went to the University of Tennessee, and you had the Bruins and Vols playing in football yesterday. So you had the two close friends paying close attention to the game, watching it in the clubhouse before the game and before batting practice. Each rooting against the other.
That's the great thing about baseball clubhouses is when football season starts, you know, all that friendship and brotherly love that you have in there, it goes out the window on Saturday and Sunday afternoons.
Well, then on another TV in the clubhouse was Michigan Notre Dame. Of course, Clayton Richard played for Michigan, football and baseball. And I could tell Joe Thatcher, an Indiana guy, he was rooting for Notre Dame. Those two, by the way, Thatcher and Richard, played against each other in high school. It's lined into left field, and Nick has a base hit. Well, the Padres trying to get something going here in the fifth, have 2 on, nobody out after back-to-back base hits.
And that's what I mean, putting it together.
Hey, watch the #1 pound-for-pound boxer on the planet, Manny Pacquiao, throw out the first pitch Tuesday, September 15th, as your Padres celebrate Filipino Heritage Night. Visit www.padres.com/Filipino. Use the promo code PACMAN to secure discount tickets, and a portion of the proceeds will benefit the Manny Pacquiao Foundation. Infield hit for Tony his first time up. Is he bunting here? Atkins in on the grass at third.
Rocky seemed to think so.
Lays down a nice bunt. The only play for Marquis is at first, with Barmas covering. He was indeed bunting, and he laid a very nice one down to advance Macias and Hundley.
And not very often does the 8-hitter bat sacrifice in the National League, at least for the pitcher coming up to the plate.
As a result, they're going to bat for Richard. Edgar Gonzalez is coming to the on-deck circle. Adam Russell's up in the bullpen, so looks like he'll be the new hurler when the game gets to the 6th. And Clayton Richard, after 84 pitches and 5 innings, will be lifted. Edgar picked up a start in this series in game 1 on Friday and was 1 for 3. Strike 1 on the outside edge. Now, needing the camouflage helmet for Sundays, back to the regular helmet. He's been wearing the new protective helmet that's oversized, but not today.
Yeah, the new helmet's big.
And a bit heavier as well.
Yeah, it's just a lot bigger. And having worn that the last couple of games, I wonder if this one feels completely different for Edgar.
Down and away, 2 balls and a strike. Padres have the tying runs in scoring position with 1 out in the 5th. Goes around.
See, even that situation, 2-1. Marquis didn't give in. Threw him another slider, even though he'd missed 2 in a row. Came back with the slider. And if you're the Padres here, I mean, you got to try to get 1. You have to at least get 1 in this situation.
Infield back, anything on the ground to the right side chases 1 in.
Yep. Middle of the diamond is going to get you a run.
And to the right side, that'll get down for a base hit. Macias scoring. Hundley coming home now, puts the brakes on. A great throw by the right fielder, Spilborgs. And Glenn Hoffman and the Padres made the right decision to stop Hundley at third. It is an RBI single for the pinch hitter Edgar Gonzalez, and it is 3-2.
Excellent hitting there by Edgar Gonzalez. Just flipped it into right field. Hundley had to hold for a split second. You see Edgar hit that ball out the end, and Spilborgs makes a strong throw to the plate. See Hundley stopping Glenn Hoffman, holding him at third base.
Runners at the corners for Cabrera. Shortening up, taking a strike. He's fanned his first 2 times today.
Atkins is in at third, and Varmus at second base is really about halfway. He's not playing double play depth. He's thinking about Cabrera maybe dragging a ball towards second base.
To Cabrera. Outside. All the way the line on Clayton Richard. 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 3 hits, 3 walks. He equals a career high with 8 strikeouts. He also fanned 8 in interleague play while with the White Sox against Pittsburgh earlier this season in May. Little roller up the first base line and letting it roll. Hilton picks it up in foul territory. Ball stayed fair longer than I thought it would, but it eventually did go foul at 2/3 of the way up the line.
Well, if it would have stayed fair, they'd have gotten the tying run home.
And 2 on Everett. first base coach's box. Padres have the tying run, Hundley at third. The go-ahead run, Edgar Gonzalez at first. One out in the fifth. The 2-2 pitch. Down the left field side foul. Padres out hitting the Rockies 6-3. Colorado was able to get their 3 runs in the fourth with only 1 hit. Richard walked the first 2 batters of that inning, and they scored on the Atkins triple.
That's what the Pods need. They need the ball in the gap.
The first, Helton. He's going to come home with it, and Hundley slides in, out. Looked for a moment, perhaps he was going to beat the tag, but out is the call.
I would like to see it again. I kind of thought Hundley might have snuck his foot in there, but see if Torrealba's blocking the plate. Nice play by Hilton. Throw is high. Let's see if he gets his foot in there. You see Torrealba block the plate. I think maybe he got the corner of the plate.
Well, I think he's in.
I think he snuck in there myself. But Tom Hallion, he's right there. He sees it better than I do.
I think he's now starting to hear about it.
I think there's some chirping going on.
Ted Simmons, the bench coach.
I think Nick Hundley making a case that he snuck his foot in there.
And from what we saw in the video, I think he's got an argument.
I think he does too.
And Eck towards the middle. The flip to Tulowitzki, and the force out ends the inning. Padres were oh so close to getting the tying run in. They do get one in the inning. This call, it did not go their way.
Hey, folks, you want to be treated like a king? Well, there's only one place to go, and that's top-notch service to treat you like a king at Valley View Casino. Everybody knows your name. Joe, the valet guy, will welcome you. Hey, welcome, Mr. Grant, to Valley View. Appreciate it. The security guard will know your name in a good way, of course. But join the Players Club. You get a free lobster buffet. It's all happening at Valley View Casino, valleyviewcasino.com, where it's good to be king. It's good to be king, my people.
Top of the sixth as we look towards the Dell this Sunday afternoon. Helton leading off. Slashes it foul. New pitcher is Russell.
See the numbers. The numbers have been very good. He last pitched on Friday night when it ended, had 2 Ks. He's throwing the ball extremely well. Adam Russell, he's a big man, and that glove he's got on, that's considered a pretty big glove.
Looks small in his
Yeah,
hand.
when he puts his hand in there, it looks like an infielder's glove.
Looks like he should be playing second base with that glove. 1-2. Runs outside. Three, 4, and 5 hitters for the Rockies here in the 6th. After Helton, it's Tulowitzki and Atkins. This is the part of the order that produced their 3 runs in the 4th. This is the rubber game of this 3-game series. Padres trying to win a series for the 6th consecutive time. And take 2 of 3. They'll have to rally to do it, though.
You see why Todd Helton's a pretty good hitter is that, that ball was down and away, and he was very smart about it, didn't try to pull it, tried to go the other way with it. Fastball running 95 miles an hour.
Well, there was a walk to Helton that got him going in the 4th, and he walks to begin the 6th. Sends up Tulowitzki, who's already walked twice himself. To the left of Hundley, but staying at first is Helton. That back injury last year to Helton really is, and this may be a little unfair to say, robbed him of any explosiveness. I mean, he's just not a guy that's going to take a lot of chances on the bases.
Well, and he's standing at first base mad at himself that he didn't read that ball a little bit better. Still a smart base runner. Doesn't have that, I agree with you, that explosiveness that he once had, but still one of the better base runners. Just a baseball smart guy. He's got some what we call baseball savvy.
And another former quarterback for Tennessee, who did quite a bit of starting before Peyton Manning took over the Vols.
As good a hitter as he is, for me, seeing him play baseball all these years here, it's kind of hard to imagine him at quarterback.
You ever seen any of the video of him?
I have not.
It's interesting to watch. He could move. Up the middle. Diving attempt by Eck, but in the center. Two on, nobody out in the Rockies' 6th.
Just kind of fought this ball off in the center field. That ball's running in on his hands. And again, perfect placement. Eckstein laying out, trying to knock that ball down. Unable to, goes in the center field. And again, Rockies have an opportunity.
Well, here's Atkins when he came up in this situation in the 4th. Found the alley in right center field and chased into. His first triple of the season. Fastball strike. Atkins up to 45 RBIs with the 2 today. Garrett Atkins, who played his college baseball up the road in Westwood at UCLA.
It's going to be interesting in the future to see what the Rockies do. They got a young player, Ian Stewart, who they like a lot. Atkins makes a pretty good chunk of change, and they're going to have to make some decisions, much like everybody around baseball will.
For the last couple of years, Atkins' name was prominently mentioned in trade rumors. Never was moved.
Started out as a starting third baseman, but he was only hitting 225. 331 at bats.
Goes down looking for the first out.
Paint on the outside corner. Check out the Tom Haley strike 3 call.
He was into that one vociferously.
I know as a hitter, I always hated that when they, just call me out. You don't have to.
It's showing you up a little bit, isn't it?
Obviously, they don't think so, but.
That's foul past third. You need to bring up an interesting point because umpires don't like to be shown up.
No, they don't.
But isn't that, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, isn't that kind of showing up the hitter?
I kind of think so, but and you know what is the yell, you could hear it throughout the stadium. Yeah. I don't mind the you just call me out, because you can't. I mean, as a hitter, you can't question it, but as a broadcaster now, I would say, yeah, that might be a little bit
over the top.
Yeah, a little bit. I've always thought of how being a really good umpire, and maybe that's just his style,
Well, he's certainly not the only one.
Oh, there's not. I mean, but back in the day, there were always,
very
Eric Gregg was a guy
demonstrative,
would let you know it was strike 3, and as I've gotten older, I just kind of think about that a little bit, because these guys are not going to, they might question a call, but on a strike 3 call like that, you're not going to question him as to whether or not it was, maybe a couple of inches outside after that call. You're just going to walk back, say, Uncle.
One, two to Ryan Spilborghs. A repeat performance. Tom Hallion. A little less physical with the arms, but still rings up Ryan Spilborghs here. Actually, got into it pretty good.
Oh, yeah, the left-handed. See the man?
The mask started to spin off a little bit.
Slide on his face a little bit.
After the first 2 reached, Russell has gotten strikeouts of Atkins and Spilborghs, but it brings up Torey Alba, who has had a way of finding himself in the key spots in this series and coming through in the clutch for the Rockies.
See if they can get him out this time.
Couple of southpaws warming up for San Diego. Ramos and Thatcher. These are looking to make his big league debut. Oh, 2. Popped it up. Adrian shading his eyes. 2 on, nobody out, and Russell gets out of it. striking out Atkins and Spilborghs and getting Torrealba to pop out.
Hey fans, start your weekend off with a bang with Friday Fireworks. Enjoy a spectacular fireworks show following every Friday home game.
Friday, October 2nd, stay after the game for a Friday Fireworks presented by Padres Banking and Bank of America. Jason Marquis pitches here into the sixth with a one-run lead, 3-2 Colorado. Adrian Gonzalez leading off for San Diego. Venable hit a solo homer in the second. Give the Padres the lead. A 3-run fourth for Colorado. Two coming on an Atkins triple. Then he scored on a Spilborghs ground out. Pinch hit RBI base hit for Edgar Gonzalez. Knocked in Drew Macias. 3-2 Rockies now in the sixth. Adrian is grounded into a double play and lined out sharply to the first baseman Helton his last time. Hits this one hard to right. Spilborgh's back. It's over his head. A one-hopper to the fence. And Adrian rolling into second with a leadoff double. There's the tying run in scoring position with nobody out.
Yeah, Adrian just swinging the bat real good right now.
His 25th two-base hit.
Got a ball where he wanted it. Tried to get in on him again, and boy, he works his hands and stays inside the ball nicely and hits this ball over Spilborgh's head and straightaway right field.
Chase has gone the other way a couple of times and fly to Seth Smith twice. That ball gets over the head of Torrealba. Throw to third base. Atkins had to come off the bag to get it. And there's the tying run. 90 feet away.
And a good read by Adrian Gonzalez, too. This ball, he tried to backhand that ball in the dirt. Adrian got a good jump. Good base running. Let's see how the Rockies play this.
Wild pitch advancing Adrian. Another one in the dirt. This one gathered by Torrealba.
And I'm betting here that even though they're kind of playing halfway in the infield, because Adrian doesn't have the greatest speed over there at third base. I'm betting they're going to probably tell him that make the ball go through. Get the ball through the infield.
Pitch walk to Headley. Put runners at the corners for Venable. How about Badaka, the pitching coach, strolling to the mound? 83 pitches now for Marquis. Venable, who took him deep in the second, coming up. It was a scoreless game when William came up with one out in the bottom of the second and went opposite field.
Nice hitting.
Number 11 on the season for Will.
Golden opportunity here for the Padres to get right back in this game, if not take the lead.
Shortstop Tulowitzki in over halfway. Fouled away left side. I was about to say, Tony, they'd give up a run for the double play, but I'm not so sure. I think they may try to cut the run off at the plate.
Barmas and Tulowitzki both are kind of like halfway. Tulowitzki's a little bit deeper at short, but Barmas is like halfway at second base, and because Adrian doesn't run well, wouldn't surprise me if they take a shot at him at the plate.
Broken bat. Tulowitzki's going to come home with it, and now Adrian's in a rundown, chasing it back towards third, and Headley safe at second, and Adrian stayed in the rundown long enough that the other runners advance.
That's a good base run in there by Adrian. You know, broken bat. You would think most times Tulowitzki would take the out at first base, but you know, this ball off the end of the bat. Tulowitzki charges it and comes home, and Adrian does a great job of staying in it long enough, making it difficult enough so that the base runners could move up an extra 90 feet. Headley stays in it long enough so that Headley could get to third base, and Venable gets to second base. And so now with Headley at third base, it looks like up the middle they're going to concede that tying run now.
See a single to right center, leading off the fifth and later score. So still a 3-2 Rockies lead. The Padres with runners at second and third with one out. Inside to Drew. Inside edge, a strike, 1-1. Key up to 86 pitches. Still working him in. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, working that cutter in, getting them conscious of it.
3-1. Hundley is the on-deck batter. And now they're just going to put him on. So they intentionally walked Macias after he would not fish out of the zone. And that'll put a force in any base. And load him up for Nick Hundley.
The other thing that does, puts the double play in order.
Nick singled his last time up and then was involved in the play at the plate later in the 5th inning. It looked like he got in but was called out with what would have been the tying run. Well, he's got a chance to do it with the bat here with the bases loaded, 1 out. Popped up. And that will reach the seats.
Yeah, hanging, looks like a hanging cutter in the middle of the plate.
A pitch to hit.
Good pitch to hit, but maybe I think he tried to pull that. He tried to hook that.
Oh, 0-2. Bases loaded, 1 out. The Padres 6th and Marquis 0-2. Juan Rincon, a right-hander up for Colorado. Only a strikeout victim in the 2nd and had the base hit the left in the 5th.
Go to the slider.
Makes it up and away.
I don't think he wants to try to come in on Hundley. He's going to try to keep it away from him. Struck it out on the slider away the first time up. Made a mistake in the middle of the plate the second time, and he singled to left. So
Hundley towards short, diving stop off the glove of Tulowitzki, and the tying run is in. Headley comes in to score an RBI for Hundley with an infield hit. Tulowitzki got a glove on it, but it popped out, and it is 3-3.
Well, Hundley hit this ball hard. Tulowitzki had to lay out. That ball comes on the inner half of the plate. I think it kind of surprises Tulowitzki. I don't think he thought that ball was going to come to the pull side. And all he was able to do was knock it down. And the Pods are even with a chance to go ahead.
Infield hit and a sac bunt for Tony today. Old foul.
Looks like Tony got to that cutter inside pretty easily. So let's see if he continues to try to pound the lefties inside with that cutter. Or if he'll try to run something away from him.
And the hold up takes a strike, 0-2. Down and in. With the pitcher spot due up next. Oscar Salazar coming to the on-deck circle. Bases loaded, 1 out. 3-3 game in the 6th.
A game that was kind of fast-paced when we started. Kind of slow to a crawl here.
Out to left center field. Fowler makes the catch. Tagging. Here comes Venable. Throw to the plate. He's in safely. The Padres take a 4-3 lead on a Gwynn sac fly. Well, Tony got it out just far enough with Venable's speed at third base. San Diego has the lead back.
This is a nice job, really. Fastball tailing away after a couple of cutters. And he stayed back on it nicely and just slapped it into center field, and it's deep enough for Venable to score. See Fowler on the run, a strong throw. See Venable able to score with a slide. And the Pods are back on top.
It's been a 2-run inning. Runners at first and second with 2 outs for the pinch hitter Oscar Salazar. Oscar had started the first 2 games of this series in left field. It's outside, 2-0. It had been 4 consecutive starts for Salazar when he threw in the last couple of games of the series in San Francisco. Day off today, but getting the pinch hit here in the 6th, and takes one near the knees, or at the knees, says Tom Hallion. 2-1. That evens it up.
It's amazing how good these guys, these pitchers are at locating.
He just painted the last
Yeah,
two.
well, the last one especially, that was paint. Maybe the one before might have been down, and yes, I was biting my lip, so I didn't sound like I'm always complaining.
Just a little bit off the outside corner, and it's a full count. And you can tell Marquis, after painting, wanted to get the call on that last one.
So 3-2, the runners will be going here. So
Macias and Hundley on the bases. 3-2 pitch to the pinch hitter Salazar, and that loads him up. Third walk of the inning, though one of those intentional, and Marquis at 106 pitches. They've had Rincon up in the bullpen. They had Hergis as well. Top of the order, and Everett Cabrera. '30th pitch of the inning coming from Marquis.
for the lefties today, it's been a pretty steady diet of cutters inside, fastballs tailing.
Everett pulls it foul over by the dugout.
Another cutter in there.
Marquis ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Only been 2 hits in the inning. One, the leadoff double by Adrian over the head of the right fielder Spilborg, and the other, the infield hit by Hundley off the glove of the diving shortstop Tulowitzki. Cabrera pulls it, foul. Scatters the Rocky bullpen.
That's a whole nother team down
right
there in the bullpen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's a whole other team there. Two and 2. By the way, 11 available pitchers in the bullpen for Jim Tracy in this series.
11 pitchers and 10 guys off the bench.
The 2-2. Everett fanned his first 2 times up against Marquis. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time in the 5th.
We've seen a lot of foul balls like that ball Cabrera just hit. That cutter gets in on you. And guys are trying to get the barrel there. They foul that ball off, and when he makes a mistake out over the plate, it usually gets hit hard. And again, he's worked the count to full. The runners will be going, so a base hit anywhere, you're going to be able to score 2.
Three-two pitch. That forces in a run, and it's 5-3. Macias touches the plate. Let's see if Marquis will carry on in this game. It looks like he will not. And Tracy wants to make a double switch here. The pitcher spot is due up second in the next inning for Colorado. 37 pitches here in this frame for Marquis, and he will not make it out of the 6th. You can stop by Discount Tire for a free tire inspection and air gauge. And if you're not satisfied with one of their tires, please feel free to bring it back. On comes Rincon. Federal Credit Union with over 20 branches in San Diego County. We're safe, sound, and standing by you. The new hurler is Juan Rincon.
See Juan Rincon's numbers, 3 and 2. Opponent's only hitting a .193. That's a good number. Coming into the game with the bases loaded. Odds on the verge of maybe breaking this thing open.
Mack 1 for 3 today with a first inning single. Down and away, ball 1. By 3 San Diego. The Padres have scored 3 times here in the 6th. And loaded with 2 outs. Runner and Cone. On in relief of Marquis. Jason Marquis. The book's still not closed, of course, but he's allowed 5 runs. That's the most runs the Padres have ever scored off Marquis in his career, going back to his Atlanta, Cardinal, Cub, and now Rocky days. A high strike.
This might be Rincon's only hitter with Adrian on deck. Jim Tracy has already showed us this series that he's not going to let Adrian beat him, especially once he goes to the bullpen. So
popped up and playable. Torrealba throws the mask away and in fair territory makes the catch. Padres hit 9 men to the plate and scored 3 times at the end of 6. San Diego 5, Colorado 3. Lolita's Mexican Restaurants and their new location, Lolita's at the Park, just across from Petco. By MTS. Save gas, save money. Ride MTS to Petco Park. For more information, log on to www.sdmts.com. And by Ron Baker Chevrolet, your home for the Silverado Superstore. Glad you could spend part of your Sunday afternoon with us. Mark Neely along with Tony Gwynn. One more day off from Bud. He'll be back tomorrow. And entering this game here in the 7th is Joe Thatcher.
Well, Joe Thatcher making his 3rd appearance in this series. And a 1/3 of an inning on Friday and 2/3 of an inning last night with a strikeout. And again, we get to that 7th, 8th innings, and the Padres, have a lead now. They've scrapped for 3 runs. And
first pitch strike to Barmes. 8, 9, and 1 hitters. And Thatcher to face righties in this inning. Barmes towards 3rd, charged by Chase. Grabs from the grass, throws, gets him by a step. Thatcher gets the first right-handed batter. Now will face Matt Merton, who came in as part of the double switch in the bottom of the last inning and took over in right field. We have the pitcher batting in the 6th spot for Colorado. Deep short. Long throw. Cabrera runs him out.
And Merton can run a little bit, and watch he plants that foot. I think Mud's word is there's some fuzz on that. There's some fuzz on that throw.
He can get it there.
Woo.
Switch hitter Dexter Fowler with 2 outs and the bases empty. As Fan popped out bunting and fly to right. This time to his left. Couple of assists for Cabrera. 3 ground ball outs for Thatch, and it's time to stretch at Petco Park. Fans go to Fan Diego. We meet today's Fan Diego fans of the game. The home half of the 7th. New hurler for the Rockies. They get left-hander Joe Beinel.
Well, Joe Biden coming in, and pretty good chance he might just be facing Adrian Gonzalez. And you see the numbers he's pitched in both games of this series. And not an overpowering guy, a little fastball, a little slider, like to run the fastball back in on left-hand hitters.
Friday night he came into the game and faced one hitter, that being Adrian.
Yeah.
And last night came in and worked an inning. Pitching the 8th. Hey, 13 members of the San Diego Chapter 3 of the Pearl Harbor Survivors here today. Great to have them here and with us. Three, 4, and 5 hitters for San Diego in the 7th. Padres leading 5-3 in this rubber game of the 3-game series. Adrian got the rally going in the last inning. He lead off double to right. Check swing strike. Rockies do have a right-hander, Joel Peralta, up in their bullpen if indeed Lionel is to just face the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez. Peralta. Well, there is a switch hitter, Headley, on deck.
Well, we showed that shot of the bullpen down there. He's got a whole football team down there, so you're not going to be afraid to use guys just for one hitter.
Up high, 3-1. Adrian in this series against the Rockies, 3 out of 10 with an RBI. Left center, hit well. Smith back at the fence, off the wall above Fowler's mitt. Smith retrieves it. Adrian trying for third. Throw comes in, and he's in with a head-first slide. Second triple of the season for Adrian Gonzalez, who missed a home run by just a couple of feet.
That is amazing. Adrian made up his mind around getting close to second base that he was going to go for 3. He just kind of served that ball to left field, too. See Dexter Fowler just unable to come up with it, just short on his reach.
Make that inches from going out. Right at the top of the fence. Up high to Headley. That's to deep left center field. It will be caught by Fowler and be deep enough that Adrian will scoot home and score, and it is 6-3. 54th RBI for Headley, and the Padres have a 3-run lead here in the 7th.
Nice execution all the way around. Adrian being able to get to third, and then Headley coming up and getting a ball that he could drive. Sack fly.
On attempt by Venable. Fouled back. Hill has a home run today. Solo shot in the second that opened the scoring. Thinking back to the ball that Adrian hit, it definitely didn't get out. We saw the ball bounce back, but the way Fowler reacted, it's almost like Dexter thought the ball went out.
Well, I
just kind of froze.
I kind of thought he thought when he stuck his glove out that he was going to catch it, and
when he didn't catch it, he must have thought it went out.
Yeah. And Seth Smith running over there. See, Fowler, I think he thought he was going to catch it, and then after it hit the wall, he thought the ball was gone, that it didn't come back.
Because he just stayed at the fence. Back into the crowd. One is a triple for Adrian, his second of the year and 8th in his big league career. Two and two. Well, here are the Padres. They have scored 5 unanswered runs since falling behind 3-1 when the Rockies got their 3 in the 4th. Should have been low. He chased Jason Marquis from the game. When Marquis took the mound in the bottom of the 5th, he had allowed the Padres 2 runs in 20 innings this year.
They found a way. They put some stuff together, a couple of walks, a base hit. That's a knock.
Winnable. In the left for a base hit.
And I'd said earlier in the game that maybe they needed to come from behind. Maybe they needed to be the ones putting runs on the board. See Venable staying back on that ball nicely and just slapping it in the 5.5 hole. There's nothing better as a left-handed hitter to hit a ball that the shortstop doesn't move and the third baseman doesn't move. All they can do is look at it.
Macias has scored a couple of times. He lays down a bunt. Atkins, Bear cannot come up with the do-or-die play, and now Tulowitzki has to run to pick it up behind third. A bunt base hit for Macias. Atkins got nothing but air here.
Well, he drops down the bunt and it stays down, and the way Venable was running, I thought he was going to come around and try to make a run to get it third, because nobody's covering it first. And you see Beimel breaking to go covering. For a split second, I thought he thought about it, but decided to hold up.
That's going to be all for Beimel. Six-3 Padres here in the bottom of the 7th. They've added a run here in the inning. They have 2 on, 1 down for Hundley. Nick has singled his last 2 times up. The last time was an RBI infield hit in the 6th. Now it's straight back off the new pitcher, Joel Peralta.
You see the numbers, 0-3. Pretty high ERA, more hits than innings pitched. Opponent's hitting a robust 292.
Pitching profile brought to you by Mission Federal Credit Union. If you live, work, or go to school in San Diego County, open an account today. Looks in for a strike. First year in the Rockies chain for Peralta. Peralta, who was originally in the Angels organization. He has 3 seasons with Kansas City.
Well, looks like you basic fastball slider guy. See a little bit of a split.
Strike out of Hundley. 2 gone. Tony 1 for 1 with that infield hit in the 3rd. Laid down a key sac bunt in the 5th and a sacrifice fly in the 6th.
The worst at bat he's had today has been the infield hit. Got the job done with the bunt. Got a sac fly with 2 strikes.
Nowitzki coming in behind Venable. Finishes outside. Peralta now the 4th Rockies pitcher. The starter Marquis going 5 2/3. Rincon and Weimel a 1/3 of an inning apiece. Two and 1.
I would bet these September games, they're probably going to use a lot of guys. They used 5 pitchers on Friday, 7 last night, already up to 4 today.
Inside 3 and 1. The fastball, and it's a full count. Pitcher spot is due up next, and Luis Rodriguez waiting. Runners will be off with the pitch, though. Venable and Macias. Full count with 2 outs to Gwynn. Center field, Fowler ranging back into his right. San Diego does add a run on 3 hits, leave 2 and have stranded 8. At the end of 7 for Petco, 6-3 San Diego. It's incredible all-you-can-eat buffet featuring prime rib, peel and eat shrimp, and over 100 scrumptious items, all for only $10. Eighth inning baseball now. Thatcher, who sent the side down in order in the seventh, back to the mound for the eighth. Lefties Smith and Helton to begin the inning, and then Tulowitzki due up third. But it is the heart of the Rockies order, and a first pitch strike.
That's what Joe Thatcher's been able to do, boy. Get in there and throw that first pitch strike and work off of that.
His longest outing of the season is 2 innings, which he has accomplished 3 times. Most recently, go back on July 5th against the Dodgers. He's ahead of Smith, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fly ball to right, and Venable, shading his eyes, makes the catch. Thatcher gets the leadoff man, and now will face another lefty in Todd Helton. Padres have yet to retire Helton today. He has an infield hit, and he has walked twice. Already a 2-0 count. And a right-hander Tulowitzki on deck, and right-hander Ryan Webb getting loose in the Padres bullpen. So Thatch walks Helton. And that's going to be all for the left-hander. Black walking to the mound. An inning and a third for Thatcher. You can stop by Discount Tire for a free tire inspection and air gauge. And if you're not satisfied with one of their tires, please feel free to bring it back. Mission Federal Credit Union, proudly supporting our hometown Padres with over 20 branches in San Diego County. Our mission is your mission. And Ryan Webb makes his 18th relief appearance for the Padres. Threw a scoreless inning here last night. Pitched the 7th. retired. Barmes, pinch hitter Eric Young Jr. and Carlos Gonzalez in order, striking out one, getting Barmes. Evan Harris held at first, 1 out in the 8th, 6-3 San Diego, and Troy Tulowitzki coming up for the Rockies. Lines it over Eckstein and into center field. Helton down to second. Well, the 3 and 4 hitters today for the Rockies have yet to make an out. Helton and Tulowitzki have come up 8 times and reached all 8. 3 hits and 5 walks given to them. And that's going to bring the tying run to the plate. Jason Giambi, representing the tying run, will bat for Garrett Atkins. I guess, Tony, this is called taking your shot right here.
Yeah, and this is what he's done, really all 3 games is try to put himself in a position where, the odds kind of work in your favor. Right-hand pitcher pitching. Get a chance to bring up a guy like Giambi off the bench.
He has pinch hit now in every game in this series. Friday night pinch hit in the 9th and walked. Pinch hit in the 9th last night and flied to right. Pinch hits in the 8th today, representing the tying run. Fouls the fastball at 96 back.
I think he still has a nice, short, compact swing. And last night he hit a breaking ball in the corner down there that Venable made a nice running catch on.
Change speeds. He took it.
Must have thought that was high.
Oh, it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch. Down the left field side. Into the seats. Giambi has 407 career home runs. That's 8th among active players in the major leagues. Here's the tying run and sees another 2-2. Outside at a full count. Foul pass first. Giambi 7 for his last 13 as a pinch hitter.
And there's something to be said for having that veteran guy coming off the bench that can give you a good quality pinch hitting appearances. He's already fouled off some tough pitches already. And he's a threat. He's got power. He's a guy who can hit the ball out of the ballpark. And that's, you're 3 runs down right now. And that's what Jim Tracy's looking for.
And a walk loads the bases. We have a host of other left-handed bats available on the bench besides Giambi, who will be pinch run for, a native San Diegan Mike McCoy. One of those left-handed bats is Ian Stewart, who will pinch hit here for the pitcher. One out, walk to Helton, got it going. Then a single by Tulowitzki, a walk to Giambi. Now Stewart batting for Peralta. Strike one from Webb. Padres get Luis Perdomo up. Nothing at 2 on Stewart. Stewart, though, 4 homers in his last 7 games. 23 homers on the season, second most on the Rockies roster to Tulowitzki. He needs the go-ahead run at the plate. Oh, 2 pitch. To third. Step on, out, throw to first. Double play. 5-3 twin killing, just what the doctor ordered there for San Diego. Headley over to 8. Jerome's Best Seat. You can go online to jeromes.com, and when you pay the lowest price on your new furniture, that's Jerry's price. And there's today's Jerome's Best Seat winners. Bottom of the 8th inning. Chacin is the new hurler for Colorado.
You see the numbers 0-1. Only 3 hits in 8 2/3 inning. That's pretty good. Opponent's average only 115. Fastball, slider. And watching him warm up here, I'm thinking this is a split finger, but
Yolis Chacin, a 21-year-old from Venezuela. Ian Stewart stays in the game at third base. Pitcher spot due up for the Padres, so Luis Rodriguez will pinch hit. 6-3 San Diego. In every game of this 3-game series, Padres trying to win their 6th consecutive series. Low from Chacin. Chacin, one of the top prospects in the Rockies organization, began the season at Double-A Tulsa. He was 8-6 there with an ERA of 3.14 before the big league call-up. The 3-1 pitch. Outside and a leadoff walk to the pinch hitter Rodriguez. Torrealba out to visit Yolis Chacin.
Will they punt here? Try to get that 4-run lead here?
That's my question for you.
I think maybe you think about maybe playing hit and run. Stewart's really creeping in. He's looking for the bunt.
Showing no signs of bunting there. He takes ball 1. Or do you look at it and say, okay, here's a rookie on the mound for Colorado. Let's go for the jugular right here.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. You know, he walked the first hitter that he faced.
Swinging away and a fly ball to left field. Smith backing up. Back to first is Luis, 1 out. Chacin gets the first down of the inning. And will send up David Eckstein. And they're concerned about Chacin.
Torrealba walked out there after the walk to Rodriguez, and he seemed a little concerned. There was a little bit of, anxiousness as he went out to talk to him. It looks like Torrealba's, letting the trainer know what he's seeing, but Chacin feels like everything's okay, and everybody goes back to their position.
Going to take home some memories. Strike 1, enter half deck. David with a single and 4 at bats. 11 hits for the Padres. They've out-hit the Rockies 11-5. Breaking ball is low. Tony, look at the Rockies. Friday night, they came back and won the game 4-1. But they only had 6 hits. They only had 6 hits last night in 10 innings. They have 5 hits so far through 8 innings today. Padres pitching. Done a pretty good job.
really done a really good job. You know, the hits that they've gotten, like today, the 3 runs that they scored, they scored on 2 walks, a triple, and a ground out. And so Padre pitching has been really good in this series so far.
1-2 pitch. Down low.
The thing they really hadn't been able to do is generate some offense. And today, 6 runs on the board, 5 of them off of Marquis, who they basically got nothing against in his 2 previous starts.
Racine strikes out Eck. One of the toughest to fan in the National League. High Definition is brought to you by Irving Hughes. Life is a lease. Negotiate well. Another shot here for Adrian, who doubled in the 6th and just missed his 38th home run his last time up in the 7th. Literally by inches to left center field. Settled for a triple, his 2nd of the year. Nice time up. Fowler going after it, and you see right at the top of the fence.
That close from 38. And I bet you if you ask Fowler, he's going to tell you I should have caught that ball. I would bet that.
That's outside. Perdomo and Heath Bell are up in the Padres bullpen, so it has the appearance that if it's a 3-run lead in a save situation, it would be Heath for the 3rd straight game in this series. Anything other than that, a larger lead, and it would be Perdomo to start the top of the 9th. Up the middle, and Adrian has his 3rd consecutive hit. Taking the turn. Over to 3rd goes Rodriguez. Hey, Adrian's now just a homer shy of the cycle.
I know, and I hope he doesn't get a chance to to do that today.
Unless they put up like 6 runs.
Unless they
here
bet
in the
around
8th.
this inning, exactly. And he's got the hard one out of the way for him. That's the triple.
So chase up there with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Now the Rockies from here go to San Francisco. The Giants are leading the Dodgers 7-2 in the 8th inning in San Francisco. So if the scores hold, if the Giants were to win and the Rockies fall here, Giants would be 4.5 back in the wild card. And I would have to think from the Giants' perspective, they've got to look at it like, hey, we got to go in there, or we have to have the Rockies here and sweep them.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think if you look at the Giants' rotation going into that series, I would say, yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Liscombe, Zito, and Kane.
Shallow left center. Seth Smith racing in and can't come up with it. Rodriguez scores. Adrian to 3rd, and it is 7-3. That one dropped just quickly enough off the bat of Headley before Smith got there.
Well, Seth Smith's playing deep in left field. And he tries to reach for it and unable to come up with it. And the Pods get another run to make it 7-3. 13 hits now for the Pods.
So now with a 4-run lead, Perdomo cranks it up, and Heath takes a seat. Two-hit day for Venable, including a solo home run. Headley takes off. And no throw down to second. Headley gets a steal, his 9th. Nothing. Here are the Padres, 3 outs away from their 6th straight series win. And not to count chickens before they're hatched, because the Rockies do seem to have that magic this year. They proved that in Game 1 of this series. But just to get to this point after dropping Game 1, pretty remarkable for this young Padres team.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, they've played good, hard, situational baseball today. You know, execution, especially after being down 3-1, and run in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 1 here in the 8th. And, you know, we talked about it in the open. These guys have, you know, they're learning, you know, how you win these types of games.
Into left field, and Seth Smith going back on this one to make the catch. But the Padres do get another run on a couple of hits. Last chance for the Rockies coming up. We'll go to the 9th, 7-3 Padres. True Padres Stories presented by Farmers Insurance, and on this date, September 13th in '97, Tony reaches 200 hits in a season for the 5th time in his career as the Padres beat the Redbirds 8-3. Visit farmers.com today to hear real true stories from Farmers customers. Farmers Insurance, ready feels good. New hurler is Luis Perdomo.
You see the numbers. He last pitched on the 5th of September against the Dodgers. Went 3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. And usually when he comes, if he's pitching, you know, late in the game, it's game's out of hand one way or the other, but this time he's coming in with a 4-run lead and looking to get 3 outs.
Bottom 3-2 up. Torrealba leading off. And thankfully, Torrealba is up, unable to hit a 5-run homer here.
There's nobody on, thank goodness. He seems to always be that guy coming to the plate with ducks on the pond.
1-2. Just off the outside corner. Armas follows, and then Merton. 7-3 San Diego in the ninth. 1 out. We're going to bat for Barmas with a switch hitter, Eric Young Jr. Arizona comes to town. 3-game series beginning tomorrow night. Young takes a strike. Billy Buckner for the D-backs tomorrow against Kevin Correa. Then Danny Herron pitches on Tuesday night against LeBlanc. Doug Davis scheduled for Wednesday. Davis always seems to give the Padres fits. Padres yet to announce a starter for Wednesday as of yet. And the Rockies have that aforementioned series at San Francisco where they have to face Lincecum, Zito, and Kane. Eck unable to come up with it. Even had he, with the speed of Eric Young Jr., would have been a close play at first, and Young with a pinch hit single.
Yeah, I think that was going to be a base hit one way or the other. See, Eck has to range a long way into the hole.
Pinch hitter is Carlos Gonzalez. Young takes off. Fielder's indifference allows him to take second.
Now, did something happen on when Headley stole second and they gave him a stolen base?
Well, Tulowitzki did come over.
He did.
Towards the base to cover. So they did give Chase credit for a steal in the 8th, though there was no throw from Torrealba. Two-0. All 3. Well, the base runner reaching has gotten the bullpen busy. Heath Bell back up.
If you're Bud Black, you're not going to let this game get out of hand. You're going to try to nip this in the bud. So.
3-0 strike. If Gonzalez were to reach here, we have the tying run in the on-deck circle. Which would make it a save situation. Takes a rip and misses, and it's 3-2. Got him. The strikeout of Gonzalez. So Perdomo fights back after falling behind 3-0 and strikes out the pinch hitter.
Those last 2 fastballs, he just challenges them in the strike zone.
The Rockies are down to their final out, have the top of the order up in center fielder Dexter Fowler. Strike one at the knees. And the Padres a strike away from taking the rubber game of this series and winning their 6th consecutive series. And it would be 9 of 11. 9 series wins in their last 11. The only 2 losses in that span would be to St. Louis. And they lost it for a moment. The 6th straight series win would be the most if the Padres won 8 consecutive series back in May and June of 2007.
He's got to feel really good about the way his club is playing. That's Buddy Black.
Padres won it 7-3. Take 2 of 3 from Colorado. And this young team stays on a roll. Venable with a homer got it started, his 11th.